Alrighty, the old wrist strap.
Yeah, this is it kind of gives a. So this will kind of present one of the problems as to why this game didn't really do that great. First of all, hey everybody, this is I've got next. I am Smeef Erikson, and I have got Austin with me. How you doing?
Howdy.
This is the. Not a lot of people know about this game, but I really wanted to cover this game because it is just a really, really awesome game. This is the last story. Mistwalker Studios did it. For those of you who don't know Mistwalker Studios, that was founded by the creator of, the creator of Final Fantasy, who is Horinobu Sakaguchi, and he even brought in Nobuo Uematsu for the music. Yeah, so, kind of getting us started. So the plot's going to kind of begin, in medias res. Just sort of starts with everything. I think it released originally in Japan in 2011, and then it came into, Europe and Australia in, 2012. And what's really cool is, have you heard of Operation Rainfall?
I have not.
So that was just a fan group of people that more or less publicized this game, Xenoblade Chronicles, and one other that escapes my memory. But basically, they just really publicized the game in order to sort of push Nintendo into releasing it in the U.S. Because
cool.
at first... Oh, and check out the artwork, the tutorials.
Man, really it reminds me of Bayonetta.
Kind of, yeah, now that you mention it. So this is one of the protagonists that's going to start out. You're starting out with Dagran and Seren, who you notice are twinning with their outfits.
Excellent.
You never said we'd be
Can't go wrong with just a piece of cloth that covers 30% of your chest.
All right. Now, what I did here is I went ahead and set up. There's two types of controls in this as far as combat goes. It's set to normal by default. I'm switching it to manual. In normal mode, more or less, you just walk up to the enemy and it begins swinging automatically. This is just a personal preference. I like the feedback of hitting the button.
Only if you get more of these things than me.
All right, it's on. Try not to pull too far.
Also, the controls will be a little janky at first because I'm just trying to get used. I'm having to get used to using them again. And I got fat. I got really fat thumbed a lot, so I ended up hitting the menu button by accident.
Oh, it's a cover-based RPG.
So there are several different. This is what makes this game stand out: is the combat elements that it has in it.
All right.
So yes, it had cover base. Woo! You can vault over.
Gears of Fantasy.
Which is really cool. For whatever reason, and it's not so much to where it's a detriment, but the manual control damage is slightly less than the automatic.
Okay.
One thing I wanted to give props to about this game is there is no boob armor.
Well, they're both wearing boob armor.
Very true. If you want to kind of ride down the middle, just stick with androgyny.
You're being attacked by juggalos here, it looks like.
Yeah. These are the one of the, I guess, basic bosses are called reptids. Which isn't that the supposedly secret human race or something?
Oh, is it? I was thinking, for some reason my mind went to Rugrats, and I was like, they serve Reptar.
What the hell is Zale doing?
And it switches over to another one. Oh, and here's a really cool. So this Yurik, that's totally Fujin.
Oh, from Final Fantasy VIII? Yeah.
All right, this is the main protagonist. This is Zale.
Okay.
And it kind of does this thing. Like I said, it begins sort of in the middle of action, and exposition kind of gets. At the beginning of the game, it's sort of ham-fisted in, but it's not to where it's all it covers about. Now this is really cool.
Oh, cool.
So you can do sort of a, instead of running straight in, it'll, yeah. So Yurik, who is the mage, you can actually tell him to like, tell him to hit like certain environmental elements, and you can just sort of save yourself. And there goes my fat thumbs. And you can vault over enemies.
I like it. It's got some good kind of movement mechanics and a little bit of interesting.
Yeah, and it'll show you later. You noticed whenever Yurik threw that fireball, it left a little sort of area on the ground. I'll talk about that more in a minute. It's another cool mechanic.
I'm not really into that kind of thing.
Vault. Woo! Vaulting all your friends.
They're close, I can hear them. Zale, stop.
I do love that that's just a random mechanic.
Yeah.
And then we're coming into the action with the other teammates.
I saw the numbers through the wall.
Yurik, destroy that bridge.
Now, do you eventually get the moral choices when these things pop up?
Fine. Don't blame me if it goes wrong.
I'm trying to think. I don't think morality comes into, like, there are dialogue options, but I don't think there's a. Oh, you talking about like if there's civilians or something in the way?
Yeah.
I don't think that's an aspect, or at least not that I can remember running into. Okay, right here. So where Yurik threw that little fireball, it went away. What's really cool, you'll see it later, but anyways, when Yurik casts magic, or when any of your mages cast magic, it'll leave a little area on the ground, and if you can actually either stand in it or like run through that, and your weapon will become imbued with that elemental power.
Okay.
So you will also start doing physical as well as fire damage to certain creatures.
I see. There's Reptar.
Zale, Seren, protect
Ooh,
Yurik
that's
as he's
a pig.
passing. Okay, understood.
Oh shit! I didn't know he vaulted. I missed that the first time. Fat thumbs.
I see the casting time.
Yeah, that can be interrupted. So whenever as you can see, that can be interrupted. So you'll want to try and protect the mage whenever he's doing his cast time. And here we go. So you'll see it goes from having just regular numbers to also having some orange. Well, he's guarding from fire, but he can cast fire magic as well, and I got fire sword.
I see elemental hits. I see Serene is down.
Yeah. Oh, and if you'll notice, you got your life bar, and then you have the green little bars above it, so you have lives during combat.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, you get knocked down.
Well,
now,
looks like the coast is clear.
Zale, your main character, he'll automatically get back up,
Is everyone okay?
but you will actually have to go
that was easy.
and like walk over to your allies to get them up.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't really think of another combat system that did it that way.
Looks like we have a new client.
Woo! All right.
I love it.
as we're
Just
about to
jacket
run
with
out
no
of
undershirt.
Thanks to
Yeah.
someone getting hammered all the time.
Shut it! I risked my life out there. Let me drink in peace.
So, may I ask who our next client is?
And of course, the
It's
Gothic, the
Count
lead
Target.
character.
Wow.
Alright.
The ruler of Lazalis Island. That's quite a result.
You can definitely
There's a huge
see the
cannon
Final
on that
Fantasy
island.
influence in the clothing a little
But
bit,
all
not
that
just
magic is dangerous.
the near nudity,
It draws
but
all kinds
in
of
the
monsters to
amount
the
of
area.
bracelets.
And we have to clean
Yeah,
up, right?
there are
You have a problem with that?
there are some
As long
accessories
as I
in
get
this,
paid,
but it's not a
I
big
ain't
focus.
complaining.
Yeah, right.
Now, this I have
Anyway,
less of a problem because she's just hanging out, you know. So why wear the armor?
Here's with the
And you
best
can see
you've
like
got.
a dagger, and he's wearing some kind of, I'm not sure, some sort of preppy vest. But all the characters, they're very, you know, they each have their own character. They're all tropes, I'll say, but they're at least all fair. They're at least all unique, and they have their own. They have their own personality, which does make them stand out a little bit to where you can remember who did what.
Right, right.
All right, this is really cool. So if you're about to go into a battle,
Take a good look. Some of them can use magic.
it will do this thing. Excuse me. You can
Zale,
actually,
flank them from the right.
in this case,
Your
it'll
signal will
allow you
charge
to
from the
get
front.
a
Got it.
preemptive strike,
We'll
or
finish
at least
this
one
before they know
preemptive
what's hit
strike.
them.
And then I'll let it explain to
healer
you.
in the
But it's
center
really cool
calls us
how they
some
do this.
grief.
So you can actually
this
look
bastard
at the
clean.
battlefield to kind of see what enemies you have and where their placement is.
I see.
And the main one you generally want to take out first are going to be your sorcerers.
I'll flank
Right,
them
right.
from the right.
And
Got
in the
lookouts
last
position
battle,
already.
they do have drops. In the last battle, I picked up some wizard arrows.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so seek mode basically, just before you go into battle, like you did earlier when we was looking at the bridge,
Mm-hmm.
you can actually pull out your crossbow. And I think I just kind of meander about trying to figure out where I wanted to shoot him from.
It's a good thing they're like Metal Gear Solid enemies.
Yeah. Actually, they're a bit worse. At least if somebody heard footsteps, I would have had a huh? Though I don't suppose reptiles are famed for their hearing.
You know what? It's an unknown to me.
Alright, so I'm going to get out, and you'll see in the bottom left I can swap what arrow type. We'll go to the Wizard Slayer, which apparently does more damage to, specifically to sorcerers.
You know, a Final Fantasy staple there. Like the Mage Masher dagger.
Mm-hmm.
Now!
And you could also do sort of like a scan if you do a seek on them. You do a seek on them, and there'll be a button prompt that says what their weak point is, and it'll say if they have like elemental weakness or something.
That's cool.
And when you get to drop on them like that, it can finish the battle pretty quick.
Right, right. Good gracious, aren't you cold,
So,
man?
how the hell are we
Just-
supposed to get over there then?
A tabard and booty shorts.
What does this do?
Actually, I think he's wearing assless chaps.
Yeah, it's like assless chaps and then like hot pants.
I don't even think those are. Oh, yeah, those are definitely Daisy Dukes.
Who makes something so dangerous? It's totally irresponsible.
Like, do they share an outfit?
Looks man-made.
Like
I don't know. I think they just kind of both showed up to work and they said, well, one of us is going to have to change. All the way down to like the bondage leather belt
Let's
straps
try
on the
to be
arms.
professionals, okay?
Yeah, I'm not kink shaming.
If
I'm just
hungry,
kink
then I'm
asking
hungry.
why.
If I get killed because I'm too hungry and weak to fight, then don't blame me.
If you've got the energy to whine like that, I'm sure you'll be fine.
Hey. Yeah, Seren is your usual boozer, and apparently she also likes to eat.
Fair.
She maintains her impeccable figure. That's me being stupid and not seeing the button
See
prompt.
light.
Hey, try giving it a little tap. You don't mess around.
This just never.
I said little.
What year did this come out?
Where are
This
we?
came out in the U.S. in
Some kind of
2012.
ruins.
Okay.
It's cold. It's
It was at the
weird,
end of the
stinks.
Wii's life
I
cycle,
don't
so
like
it kind of... It didn't do as well. I mean, it did well, just not as well as it probably, in my opinion, it should have. Like, oh man, it was really a shame this didn't get
A dead end.
the coverage that it needed.
Yurik,
Yeah.
let's look for an alternate route.
Hey, shouldn't we stick together?
Yeah, what was the other Mistwalker
It's easier
Studio
to scout with fewer
one that
people.
came out?
Zale,
They had
surrender.
Lost Odyssey,
You two rest where you
That's
can.
the one
which
that I
was
was...
Trouble waiting for
the
us.
Immortals,
Yeah, that was good. It was
Zale,
out there.
Keep your pants on.
and one that
Bring
I've
some
not
rest while you
actually
can.
played, but
I can't help
seemed
it
to have
if I'm
not been
worried.
so popular, was
Dagran
Blue
can
Dragon.
look after himself.
So I played
Oh,
it.
you're
It
getting all
came
scared 'cause he's not here to
on the
protect
Xbox 360. One of their demo discs had like
I'm a grown
Oblivion,
man, Seren.
and then like a
Grown
demo
man,
for
are we?
Blue Dragon,
How big and much?
and that's with the artwork by
I guess
Akira
you have grown up a
Toriyama.
bit, but you're still just a kid to me and Dad.
And it was okay. It was a little just kind of generic RPG.
Yeah.
What was that?
It's just the wind. Don't be such a
Man.
chicken.
If you walk into a room full of skeletons, you know, it's bound to happen.
They still keep that trope in, even in Baldur's Gate 3.
I mean, if it's not broke, why fix it?
Today,
Jump scare!
I didn't ask for horror in my JRPG.
I think whenever I first played this, I think that actually got me.
Wait, is this a secret path?
But yeah, whenever I first, I was like, because at that time I was like a huge Final Fantasy fanboy. So whenever I found out that he had whenever I found out he had started his own company, I followed his work extensively. That's how I even found out about this game, because it was not advertised anywhere.
Do you get XP for knocking these guys down repeatedly?
I think you get some XP, but this is one of those. Just run. Oh, and then you'll notice you have the arrow of guidance in front of you.
I like that.
I'll hold them off here. You search for another way out.
No good.
Door butthole.
A dead end.
Looks like this is it.
Dilate old wall butthole. Is the weapon also part of their bones? Like, did these guys have sword arms?
Well, they have. You notice that like some of them are holding rib cages as shields.
Darn, if only you'd been wearing armor.
I think it's supposed to be leather, but also it's a glowy magic arrow, so
Yeah, fair enough.
Seren!
and then here's some exposition cutscene. Oh, you'll also notice some. It's not that drastic of a difference, but this was only localized in the UK. So you'll notice some of the words that they use, like mum and arse.
Seren! I don't want to be alone anymore. I'm sick of it.
Meanwhile, the other two party members are like, what? Oh man,
Yeah.
is he gonna have a power awakening?
What is this?
Yes. So this is where. This is sort of the MacGuffin power.
Who is it?
Okay.
Who's there?
it's
Is like mine.
it'll tell you later. Like this is he receives what's called the Mark of the Outsider.
Ah.
Who are you?
I am the door butthole.
But it's also it comes into combat. So this is the power that you will use to res your fallen enemies or your fallen companions. But it also I guess in
If you wish to protect
you will automatically, if you activate it, it'll aggro all enemies to you. Which, if you're trying to, for tactical reasons, it can be pretty handy.
Okay. Just step on them.
What's going on?
Now they're all mad at me for some reason.
Protect those who are precious to me. What does it mean?
What could it possibly mean?
Man, this artwork's really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I bought the when it came out, I pre-ordered the premium edition, which came with a art book and an album.
Oh, nice.
And it's really nice that, he got Nobuo Uematsu to do the music, because, I mean, obviously, even with the title, he was really trying to
What's that like?
make
Is everyone
an
okay?
analog Final Fantasy.
Right.
Zale, this is weird. Really weird. I'm just as confused as you. I heard this voice in my head.
What the hell is going on? These things don't stay down.
Some people say the undead are given new life in the
Okay, Zale, draw the enemy into the fire circle.
There we go.
Oh, it is
Oh.
a cast.
What just
Yeah,
happened?
while you're gathering.
What? There was a way out.
Like, especially if you're going to be working with a mage, aggroing everybody on you comes in handy to make sure that your spells get off.
Right.
Ugh, what a pain in the arse. Is this really the right way?
The air's damp and the atmosphere stinks.
So, Argoner knew about this place when he...
When he what, Dad?
Forget it. Pointless rambling.
And they don't lean, I mean, it does come up occasionally, but they don't lean too hard into the I'm feeling emotions thing. And it's a cultural, excuse me, it's a culturalistic difference,
Wow, take a look at that.
but it's one I never
like
fell into
falling flower
very much,
petals.
like with JRPGs.
Yeah.
Just stating your emotions.
More bony freaks.
Look.
Oh
over
man,
there
there's
too.
that Final Fantasy music.
Surrounded us.
Mm-hmm.
Are they intelligent? Don't try to defeat them. Just knock them into the valley.
I wonder if the Black Mages still tour.
You know, I haven't heard from them in a long time or anything about them.
Yeah, that was just that was Nobuo Uematsu's rock band.
I can't concentrate on casting like this. I need you to distract me.
Zale, can't you use that weird power again?
I'm using it.
How very quickly it's just become a tool. Hey guys, this is really freaking me out. But seriously, can you do that thing again?
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, it's sort of, it sort of plays into the story. So they're basically all mercs. So It's like, hey, we found this weapon. I don't understand it, but hey, if it helps.
Reinforcements. They're sniping us.
Do you have infinite normal ammo?
Zale, my magic has a lot of range to it.
As far as the,
Let me know.
like, how many arrows you have?
Yuri, destroy that with your magic. Okay, cover me.
You know, I actually didn't pay attention to that. I know that arrows are drops. So it may be a numbered arrow, but I'm not seeing a counter on it.
Remaining ones.
Okay. A bomb?
Yes, comes in handy.
Okay.
I think I'm just gonna.
Just an
I
artillery
was gonna
shell,
test
then.
it out. Yeah, I was gonna test it out here, and then I just ended up messing up the button prompt.